Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community, this is Dr. Danielle Hairston with Your Best Life, and I'm coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie. Hope you've been having an amazing day today. You know, I've been watching over the past, couple years, a lot of these little really weird television shows that highlights families who own these exotic pets, like pythons and monkeys and I don't know, lions and tigers and whatever. Animals that would not typically be domesticated. In many situations, they are being housed illegally. So the state in which they live in don't know that they have these animals, in their homes. And so, what I've been, watching in those shows is that, they're housing these animals and they're giving them free range in some cases. I remember watching a show where a man had these like lizards. I didn't even realize lizards got that big, but they were huge and they were growing, and they pretty much had free range in his home. And it's expensive to care for these exotic animals. I mean, you have to consider their, vet bills. You have to consider feeding. You got to consider space and things like this. And the animals can potentially thrive domesticated if you're paying attention to it, if you're giving them what they want, giving them what they need, and in some cases, giving them full range to kind of do what they want and live the way they want to live in their space. And in cases like lions that people typically have, or tigers, or these little, they start off as little babies and then they become like the king of the jungle, like they're supposed to be. You give them dominion over their space and allow them to trot around and not feel threatened and not, have any sudden change happen that will make them feel insecure, unsafe. And as long as you are creating that space for these animals in your home, they could potentially thrive, But you got to be cautious, because at the end of the day, they're wild animals and they weren't really bred to be domesticated. And then there are some situations where once that interruption happens in these animals' lives, something startling happens, a change happens, authority change happens, where now you're feeling like you got to be more aggressive with your animals because they're not doing what you want them to do, and you're trying to harness them, and the threat of their capacity to have dominion in that space, or who's this new person coming into this space. In the case of a young woman who was mauled by a monkey because she came into her friend's house to come and take care of the monkey, and either she looked different or just scared the monkey, but it was a change. She was mauled, completely, face completely disfigured, lost fingers, So this is not unusual. This has happened in many cases with people who have these animals, where all of a sudden they shift, right? They shift on you. They kill, your loved ones. They kill you. There was a case where a python was being kept in a home and it crushed a child while they were asleep. And then people would say, "Oh my God, that's not the way, my cheetah is. That's just not who he is," or "That's not the way my lizard is. I mean, I've had the lizard for 30 years and it's never done anything. Oh my God, that's not the way my monkey is, my lion is, my, whatever that animal is that's not groomed to be domesticated. Oh my God, I can't believe it." It's a lion. It's a cheetah. It's a monkey. It's a python. That is the way they are. Until you disrupt normalcy for them, until you're not able to feed them the way they're used to being fed, until you bring in something new in their space and that it scares them, or it makes them feel like that they now don't have dominion over their space, or that, this hierarchy has shifted. That's who they are. Yeah, it's who they are. So I say all that to say, America, this is who America is. It's always been that way. Always been who they are until there's a threat made against them and they rear their ugly heads. Just something to think about. I'm just saying, I've been seeing all of these posts all over the social media. This is not who we are. This is not who we are. Yeah, that's welcome to America. That's just my 5-minute quickie. I just wanted to share some reflections, some thoughts on that. Comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Talk to me about what you think America really is. Love ya. Go out in the community and embrace someone. They're waiting on you, and continue to live your absolute best life.
My Lacasa boy, this is my residence. My prescription boy, this is my medicine. The world can be sickening and living in house resemblance. Not to mention the media's effort to keep us in the most simplistic state of mind. Lowest age bracket committing the highest rate of crime.